Religions were made by man for his moral and spiritual uplift. These were made for man, and man was not made for them. The purpose of joining the religion is to know God, which is the highest ideal before us. The man body is the golden opportunity that we have got in which we can know Him and in no other body. So all of us who are sitting here, we are fortunate that we have got a man body and we have also joined various religions to achieve that object of life which we have got before us. We have to see now how far we have succeeded in achieving the object of life which is before us. The time has come that we have to leave the body. Body is not permanent. It is made of matter. Matter is made of elements and atoms. This is a composition of so many things. This will decompose sometimes. So matter is changing, and we are the indweller of the body, members. We are not the bodies, but we are the indweller of the body. What we are conscious entities, conscious beings. Conscious being, our own self, as you might say, is made of one substance only, that is consciousness. What is made of one substance, naturally that has not to decompose or disintegrate. So this is everlasting, unchanging. What body that we are carrying, that is changing every moment of life. It has been said that the very particles of our bones are replaced, renewed in 7 years. So the whole universe is also made of matter, and matter is changing at the same speed as our bodies, which are made of matter, is changing. But God is all consciousness, that also made of one substance, and such cannot be decomposed or disintegrated, that is everlasting. So God is everlasting, unchangeable permanence, and similarly our soul, being of the same essence as that of God, is also eternal. But the body that we are carrying, that is changing. So you'll find all masters have said the same thing in their own language. Swamiji tells us, when, O soul, thou art the essence of something which is eternal. Similarly, in Corinthians it is said, we are spirit in man, and the spirit is everlasting. Why do we fear that we have to die? So we are also eternal. conscious entities, its true home is naturally the one which is all consciousness, the true home of our Father. But it has been environed with mind and matter and outgoing faculties, identified with them so much so that we cannot differentiate ourselves from the body. The body is changing. We have identified the self as the body, but we now think we are everlasting, because that is a reflection of God within us. We never think of dying. Soul can never die, but it has to leave the body someday. You see, our daily experiences show that our body is working so long as we are in the body, and we are in the body so long as some controlling power is keeping us in the body. Man body is a wonderful house we live in. It has got 9 apertures, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, mouth, and other genital organs, but we cannot run away out of it. It is a wonderful house we live in. Breathing goes out and it is again pushed back into the body, cannot remain outside. There is some power controlling it back into the body. That very controlling power, if you know God, is called by different names, God and so many. So in the man body we can know God. But first we have to know our own selves, because it is the soul only who can know God. Like knows like the like. But we are so much identified, as I told you, with mind, matter and outgoing faculties that we cannot differentiate ourselves from the body. We say so many things. I am not the body, I am not the intellect, I am not the vital layers. But can we analyze ourselves? We say, it is my coat, it is my watch, it is my hat. You can put it on at will. We also say that it is my body, can we shake it off? But we do see, time does come when we have to leave the body, and this body is carried by people to the cremation place or to the grave, according to the customs prevailing in all regions. So what is that which is enlivening this body? And that we are. So all masters say that this world is temporary, not lasting. We are all under the grand delusion, the learned and the unlearned, old and the young, rich and the poor. Now we will see why we are under grand delusion. Because we have not known ourselves. We are the indweller of the body. The body is changing at the same rate, at the same speed. As the whole world is changing, it is made of matter at the same speed. As we are identified with the body, which is changing, and the whole world is also changing, it is made of matter. We think when two things are moving at the same speed, Those who are identified with them, they say it is tasteless. You may take two trains are running. You are sitting in the trains, and the trains are going the same way, both, at the same speed. Sometimes it does happen, the man sitting in the boat and they enjoy, oh, we are sitting now. Although both trains are very fast. So this is a delusion from which we have to come out. Guru Nanak says, so long as we do not know ourselves, we are all under great delusion. How can you come out of this delusion? Simply, if you know how to leave the trains. If you want sitting one train goes out, you see, oh, train is fast. Another are also going down. So this is a delusion, you see, in which we are all. That is the slogan with all masters who came in the past. Christ said, know thyself. Guru Nanak also said the same thing I have just quoted to you. Upanishad says, know thyself. Old Greeks also laid down the same thing. Now he is seated. So purpose is, masters come to awaken. Well, oh man, you are identified with the body and the outgoing faculties and the enjoyment so much so that you have forgotten yourself. Man body is the highest in all creation, in which you can know yourself. How? By coming out of this delusion, by self-analysis, by rising above body consciousness. So how to do it, that's the first. We do leave the body someday, all, no exception to the rule. But if we now know how to leave the body, then this mystery of life is solved. If we know how to leave the body, we will come to know what is that power which is controlling us in the body. We become conscious co-worker of the divine plan. So all masters have been saying like that. Maulana says, where lo soul you are, the resident of the true home of your Father, which is everlasting, unchangeable permanence. You are stuck fast in dust, in matter. Why don't you awake? It is shame for you, using the word shame, being the son of God, being the daughter of God, you see, away from your home, you are led away by mind and outgoing faculties, away, long away from Him. And where you are just in a foreign country, you forget your home altogether. So think of the home who you are. And how can we do that? You find in scriptures, be still and know that you are God. We are spirit and man, we are conscious entities, but identified with mind, body, outgoing faculty so much so that we have forgotten ourselves. One saint says that you have committed a heinous crime against your own self. And what is that heinous crime? That you are the indweller of the body and you have forgotten the indweller in your own self. Now whatever we are doing at the level of the man body. Small child of 3 or 4 years old, if you would ask him who you are, then you open his eyes, open his mouth, he has a feeling something here. As he grows in years, you ask him who you are, he says, I'm Mr. Smith, I'm Mr. Joseph, I'm American, I'm French, I'm German, I'm Indian. He has forgotten who he is. So this is the delusion, you see, forgetfulness you might say, ignorance you might say, from which we have to come out. So that you can come out only when you analyze yourself. So our masters who have been coming, they have been telling us the same thing, of course, in their own language, which was prevalent at the time when they came. We find in scriptures, lay by thy treasures in heaven. We say, the treasures lying here will be eaten by moth and rust. That is a place where no moth or rust can affect. There's something to show. Then again they say, unless you lose your own self, you cannot have everlasting life. So we are living a life of, superficial life at the level of man. Never dip inside what we are, who we are. We are pinning ourselves to the outer casing of a walnut, not caring for the kernel within. So man has got three aspects. It has man's body, which is made of matter. It has intellect, and man is the soul, embodied soul. So we are fortunate we have got a man body, and we have made a great progress physically in having outer possessions, intellectually also making wonderful inventions. But with all that, whenever we ask anybody, well, how are you getting on spiritually, what do you speak of? We are leading the life of eat and drink and be merry. An Epicurean way of life, never caring for our own self. There are values of life, some are most important, some are less important, some are the least important. So man's body is a gift from God, the highest rung in creation, the golden opportunity that we have got. Because in man's body only we can know God. Maintain it as long as you can, Kabir says. Once it is passed out of your hands, it is very difficult to have man's body. Old Rishi said they tried, just live up to 100 years at least. Another master say, well, maintain this horse on which you are riding on, a strong mind, a strong body. So body must be cared for, it is not to be left alone. But at the same time, we are not the body, we are the inwearer of the body. You find is not body more than the raiment, and life more than the meat, or not possessions that we have got less important than our own body, and we are still more important than our body. The house is on fire, and you escape. with no injury. You say, thank God, I am saved. The outer possessions are there, all burnt down. But you say, thank God, I am saved. So what is more valuable than the possession? In any accident, you might break your leg, God forbid. We say, thank God I am saved. So our own life is more valuable than the body. And how are we behaving? We are caring whole time, 24 hours a day and night, for having possessions outside, or maintaining our body only, and never cared a fig for our own. Who will tell us we are wise? So you are, you see, the most valuable treasure in this mind body. God has kept it shut up in different boxes, you might say. Any valuable diamond, I think we keep in one casket, then in two, then in three. Similarly, God has kept the pearl of price within us, our own self, and that controlling power which is controlling us in the body. So first is the iron casket in the physical body. Within that there is the astral body. Still further we have got causal body. So these are the three caskets. We are just kept inside being most valuable. So we have to shake up these to know our own self. Prophet Muhammad says, God says, I am the treasure hidden within you. We are God in man, we are spirit in man. When we are able to shake out these caskets, we know Father is in me and I am in the Father. I and my Father is one. Son is dyed with the color of Father. Father speaks through the Son. This you have experience, you know. But when you shake off this body? So macrocosm is in the microcosm of the man body. We have to solve this mystery of life, what we are, who we are. We have got awareness of life. We have advanced wonderfully physically, intellectually, but we have done little or nothing about our own. With all these advancements, physical, you know, we have just found out so many systems, how to maintain body, how it works, how it goes out of order, how it can be set right again. So we have got so many systems. The oldest is the Veda system, then comes the Unani system, then comes allopathy, then homeopathy, naturopathy, and optometry treatments. These are only to maintain your body. Intellectually we have advanced wonderfully. We can hear the voices from thousands of miles through radios. We can now also see who is speaking and hear him through televisions. The world has become small on account of the planes. In hours we can traverse from one end to the other end of the world. We can also go around the world in an hour or so. Wonderful. Now we are trying to read the mood. But with all these advancements, are we happy? No. Every man is unhappy. Guru Nanak says all world is unhappy. Kabir says, I have not seen one man who is happy after coming into the manbody. And Tulsi says, all are unhappy either physically, financially, or mentally. There is any hope of a man becoming happy. We are all after happiness, isn't it? We are earning money, we are having possessions, we are having buildings, we marry, we have children only for what? Happiness sake. But we don't find happiness still there. So real happiness is within you. So with all these advancements, we have not been able to be happy. The reason is the third side, our own self, the spiritual side, is uncared for. If we say certain prayers, read certain scriptures, are performed one way or the other, rites and rituals, these are good actions. Reading scriptures, advancing intellectually is the only diet or food to your brain, to the intellect. And about the physical food, etc., you give to the body, you become physically, intellectually strong. What have you given to your own soul? There is a bread of life and water of life. If we can have that, we can also become spiritually strong. And wherefore we can have that bread of life. So Tulsi says, well, if you sit at the feet of the Master, you can become happy. You will have the bread of life and the water of life. I hope you remember Christ Jesus just went to a well. There was a Samaritan lady who had a pitcher full of water over her hand and asked her to give water to drink. But she said, we are staying in house, we are Samaritans, you people have nothing to do with the Samaritans. Why are you asking for water? And what did he say? He said, had she known who it was who was asking for water, she would have given. Then he told her, this water that you can get, only slaves your thirst for a while. Again you thirst again. Again it is. But if had you come to me, I would have given you a living water of life, which would have finished your thirst forever. And the lady said, I am the bread of life. I am the bread of life. This bread of life have come from heaven. Whoever eats me and drinks me has everlasting life. So with the Master you say, at whose human form that God is speaking, with the mouthpiece of God, He can give you the bread of life and the water of life. And what is that bread of life or water of life? You find the Word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. Word was made flesh. What is the Word? God is wordless. Absolute God that did not come into being as yet. when it came into being, into expression, into action, that a God in action power is called word, Namak. That is the cause of all creation. Finding about world, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and Word was God. The whole creation came about to the Word. And where that Word, thy Word is settled in heaven. This Word is the bread of life, it has come from heaven, you see. Where it has manifested materialized some human form, manifested some human form, he can contact your soul by withdrawing from the mind and matter and give that bread of life to you. So you can be happy only if you have bread of life and the water of life. I'm quoting you these things from the Bible because you people are more conversant with the Bible. Exactly the same words we find in the sayings of other scriptures too, in their own language, of course. So, unless or until we have got spiritual progress, food of life, bread of life, we are not happy. We have made so many inventions, we are now in danger of atomic war. Thank God that the treaty has been signed by now. But still, our own intellect has gone against us. Had we known ourselves first, well, all these things would have gone to help humanity. Because we have known little or nothing of our own self, these very things are now hovering around us. Any moment it starts, the world will end. So in a man body, only we can have this bread of life. Who can give you the bread of life? Who is Word made flesh. It is the God in man, God in action, manifested in man. We can give you a contact with God, this Word, isn't it? So for this purpose, we have charged various religions. These are the basic teachings given by all masters whenever they came. Those who met them, they had the bread of life and the water of life. How could they have it? By rising above body consciousness, by analyzing oneself from mind, body, without going faculties. It is a matter of pure self-analysis. Religion truly means back. Religio comes from the ligament to bind back our souls to God. Again, this is what is meant by religion. One is the social side of religions. They have got their own customs, their own rituals, rites, and their own modes of prayer, their own good actions. They lay down that we should read scriptures of our own. Well, what are scriptures? They are fine record of the findings and experiences of the masters who came in the past that they had with God and in knowing themselves. What things stood in the way, what were the helping factors. So this is a fine record of all that. You might say past masters speaking through books. They can create in us an interest to have the same experiences that they had in their lives. And unless we have got the same experience, we cannot be fully satisfied. That creates an awakening in us, a desire or a craving in us to know God. And there is scope ends. They can create an interest, but cannot take us to have the experiences that they had. So, saying prayers and performing certain rites and rituals, they are good actions, they develop in us love and devotion for God. And they are therein scope ends. They are good actions. They are for the preparation of the ground. And Kabir says, where it is fitting, that man body we have got, the highest in all creation, the golden opportunity that we have got, he says, O soul, awake. If you do not awake now, the man body, when will you awake? Is it? All Vedas say the same thing. Awake, arise, and stop not until the goal is reached. The very words they are using. The Rishis used the same word thousands of years back, and Kabir only 500 years back. Is it? The same words were expressed by Guru Arjan. He says, awake, stand up, awake, stand up. You are on the way back to God. Why are you delaying? You say, so what is this awakening? We are asleep. We are at the level of the man body and the outgoing faculties by identifying ourselves with them. So much so that we are awake outside and asleep within. And that controlling power which is keeping us in the body, we don't know. He is also with us. Guru Arjan says two brothers are living in the same house, but alas, the brother don't talk to the other brother. Then who are they? Our soul and our soul are God. He is the controlling power keeping us in the body. Another sense says, soul and our soul, God is asleep in the same bed. But the soul is just identified with the outgoing faculties and enjoyment so much so that she is awake outside but asleep within. And God is waiting for her when she opens her eyes. God is anxious to have us, but we are quite ignorant of it. Child is playing outside in dust with the children. Like anything, and mother is waiting for the child to come back and have food. It is something like that, you see. So that is why Master said, be like little children, for kingdom of God is for the children, you see. Children have no power, you see. If child of a king and a child of a street-going by man, if those let alone, they will embrace each other, they will love each other and enjoy. You see? There is no duality, no higher, no question, no distinction. And we people, we are rich, we are more learned, we are higher, the others are lower. So this is what is meant by becoming a child, you see. So I mean to say that the ultimate goal before us is to know God. For that purpose we have joined various schools of colleges, of religions. We have to see whether we have attained that object or not. In all religions, masters have come. And by parallel study of religions, you will find that all said the same thing. Of course, in their own language, which was prevalent at the time. So, to say that one religion has only the reserved right to know God, actually does not prove it. When they say the same thing, that we have respect for all men, and what are these masters? They are speaking, God speaking to them. I and my Father are one. Though they have known the truth, that God power working through a man's body, well, he knows the truth, he can let others know the truth. Son knows the Father, and others whom the Son reveals. So we require, as I told you, Tulsi said, if you want to be happy, then sit at the feet of some master. And what is he? To all intents and purposes, he is a man like you, having the same 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 heads, 2 feet. Born the same way. Inner construction of the body is the same. But there is a vast difference between him and the average man, that our souls are under the control of mind. Mind is under the control of outgoing faculties, and the outgoing faculties are drawn by enjoyments outside. We are not at our will and pleasure. We are not free. We are dragged like anything. Excuse me, Guru refers to an instance. Suppose there is a house. There's a house lady there. And she has got some servants, maid servants, 4 5. And no maid servant obeys her orders. You see? What would be the state of the household? The same dilapidated state. Nobody is caring for the house lady, what she says. The first thing is those servants given that they must obey our orders. We should not drag on by them, but they should be under our control. We are the governed by house lady, see? But there are 5 servants given to us, these outgoing faculties. There are 5 conscious outgoing faculties working through the gross outgoing faculties. Sight through the eyes, eyes are the gross outgoing. Audition to the ears, smell to the nose, taste to the tongue, and touch to the skin. These 5 servants are dragging us out every moment of time. Sometimes you feel we don't like to do something, but we are drawn like anything to these outgoing factors. So we must control these servants first. You must see, but at the same time, if your eyes are open, or if vision remain open, eyes you should not see. Have control over your sight. You got open ears, you must have control over your ears. Even while sitting in multitudes, you should not hear. You know what is that way? Attention is the outward expression of our soul. So if from attention these outgoing faculties work, you must have got in your experience from day-to-day life, sometimes you are sitting in some very absorbed state of attention, you say, fully diverted in some thought. Somebody calls you, you do not hear. Your ear is open. Sometimes your eyes are open. You see, Newton was sitting by a roadside solving certain mathematical problems. He was absorbed in that so much so that a band went by him playing. Somebody later on came up and inquired when Newton is that band passed by. And now I don't know. In daily life you find something at home when you're very much absorbed, somebody calls you, you don't hear. Although your ears are open. Similarly, somebody comes and sits by you, comes and goes away. You are so much in a reverie that you do not know who came and who went away. What is that? That is our attention. Expression of our soul, which is riveted, controlled. That other outgoing faculty, even though can work. The first thing is to have control over our outgoing faculties. That you control with one thing. If you can control your attention on some certain subject, self-disciplined way, in that case, what will happen? Your outgoing faculty, the sun won't drag you away. Now you are passing by, I see the beautiful scenery, something you are dragged like anything. You do not, you have got the habit of going somewhere for seeing some scenery, some cinemas or anything. You don't want to go, but your legs go that way. Habit becomes nature. So this is the natural way. So we must have control over these senses. Then we will only be able to withdraw from outside within, to find God. God, where is God? We seek Him in the scriptures. The scriptures have given the experiences of the past masters who found God. Where they say, tap inside. It is the very soul of your souls. You are residing in the body, and that very control power is also residing within you. So wherever a thing is, if you would like to find it, you will have to go there where it is. So the nearest approach of God is within us, direct, controlling us in the body. When we can invert to see Him, we must withdraw from outside. And to withdraw from outside, we must be able to concentrate our attention to some certain way, to have it under control. This is one thing. From the burning sun, if you come enter the vestibule of a building, you feel rest. But that is not sufficient. You feel rest, of course. But you have to rise above senses. There you find God. First you have to withdraw from outside. For that the best way, the easiest, the natural way, the God-made way is the controlling of your attention. Withdraw from outside. But you cannot withdraw from outside. It's a difficult thing. I'll give you an example. A child is shut in a dark room. What will you do? You will break the doors, cry. If the child finds something very interesting, very attractive, very fascinating within, he will keep quiet. So, when our mind, why does not stay inside? It turns away outside, because in the outside things he sees some pleasure. And our outside pleasures can be divided into two things. One, good scenery, beauty. The other, very enchanting are fascinating sounds, singing, voice. Outward, these are the main two things that attract our attention always outside, and we have been having this from day to day. That day-to-day practice has formed habit in us, and habit has been, just formed into nature, in our nature. This habit we have to unravel. We can only unravel it if we find more fascinating, more enchanting, more, tasty within you. And God has provided that thing also within you. What is that? God is Word, which is the controlling power of your soul within the body. And that Word has two aspects. God is action power, God is light, and God is sweet symphony of life. So when you withdraw from outside and see the light of God, which is already within you, and hear the voice of God, which is very enchanting, when you have that, taste of this inside, naturally you leave all outside. It is something like that. Take 2 glasses of water. In one glass you put an ounce or half an ounce of sugar. In the other glass you may put in 4 ounces or 5 ounces of sugar. If you taste the first glass, that will look sweet to you. You won't like to leave it. But if you once have it out from the other glass, then even if you taste it, you won't relish it. You help me? It is not the mind to blame, I would say. We have given him such like things. Beyond that, he mind doesn't know any other higher sweetness. So when you meet a master, he is competent to help you to withdraw from outside. He is competent to raise your soul above the senses. He can drag you up out of this iron curtain of bad body. Open the inner eye, you see the light of God. It is the most enchanting, most beautiful. And also he opens the inner ears to hear that voice of God, the symphony of the spheres, the music of the spheres. They are most enchanting and beautiful. All glory and beauty lies within you. Astral plane is more beautiful than the physical plane. Causal plane is still more beautiful than the astral one. And when you transcend all these, they are the most beautiful and enchanting. Tulsi, the great saint of the East, tells us that when he reached the third plane, the Brahmand, he said, a very beautiful plane it is. And he said, when I transcended the Brahmand at the third plane, I thought, when Brahmand at the third plane was a washing room, filthy room. These are the tastes inside. When Master speaks of the most enchanting things inside, we don't believe it. But he said, well, look here, you don't believe what we say outside things. How would you believe if I speak of the house? So this is something lying within you, the light of God and the word of God, the voice of God. You got reference in the scriptures. If you shut the doors of the temple of the body, you will see the light of heaven. If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Others also say when their own faculties are inverted, the light is there. You have not to create it, visualize it, or premeditate it. It is a matter of pure inversion, tapping inside, and Emerson puts it to peep inside. And then right above senses, you find the same. You find in the outer holy places of worship that we have got with us, that they are made after the model of man, dome-shaped. Hindu temples are all dome-shaped like head. There you find the symbol of light and sound. Bell is ringing, and light. Go to the churches, they are cross-shaped or nose-shaped. There you find candle burning, light of candle, and bell ringing. When they say prayers, in Hindu they light a candle and ring the bell. So these are something, models placed before us to let us know that such like light and such like sound principle is reverberating within you. You will find it when you tap inside, inward. Go within. The whom we have to find is already within you, the very controlling power of your soul in the body. O ignorant man, why are you seeking in abyss? Why not seeking there where he is, the nearest approach to you? And when your inner eye opens, you see where you are. So to meet a master, he gives you this experience how to tap inside, how to withdraw from outside, enter within the laboratory of the man body, and give you an illustrative experience. And you testify that it is so. When you find, when you are giving that sitting, before that we are blind. Who is the blind man? Master defined it. Those who have eyes on the forehead, they are not considered blind. Blind are they who have no eyes on the outside body, but the inner eyes closed. Master, when they come, you find in the history of all masters that you to give eyes. But these are the eyes they used to give. Before going to them, you were blind, not seeing that light of God. Your eyes were sealed. He breaks their seals and you begin to see light. When you return, you are with your eyed man, you see. Now you close your eyes, you see darkness within. Then after that, whenever you sit, you find light within. Is it what distance or not? When you go to him, you are deaf. When you raise the seal up your ears, you begin to hear the sweet symphonies of the spheres. How blessed it is to have a living master who is competent to give you this experience to start. Mind that masters don't give you false promises of seeing after death. Who knows you'll see it or not, have it or not. They want something called credit. Cash, not credit. They say, well, while alive you are a learned man, even after leaving the body you will be learned. If you are while alive quite ignorant, unlearned man, by leaving the body you can not become a learned man. You are here in this room, if you go out of the room, you are the same as you are inside. So, to have the experience in life, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. The master will give you cash, you see, something to have experience in life. They say, don't believe in the saying of the masters. Don't believe in the scriptures too. You may take it up as an experimental measure, but you cannot be convinced until you have the same experience yourself. This is what the Master do. As I told you, to all intents and purposes, he is a man like you, and a doctor, also a man, but he has dwelt that way by anatomy, knowing how the system of body works. Similarly, the man who has risen above body consciousness sees the light of God and hears the voice of God. He appears to be a man like you, but he has some competency. When he wants, he rises above body consciousness, traverses into the beyond. If anybody comes to him, the God in him is the God in man and man in God. The God in him helps others to also to have the same experience. So, solve the mystery of life. You are required to sit at the feet of somebody who has solved the mystery of life. To know God, naturally you require the company of somebody who knows God. To speak of God is something else. To know God is something else. To speak of riches is something else, and to be rich is something else. To speak of the laws of health is something else, and to be healthy is something else. So whenever the masters have come from time to time, they have been given these very things, very practical things. Son knows the Father, and others whom the Son reveals. So this is the teacher of a man into a man, you see. When the child is born, mother is his teacher. His brothers are teachers. When he goes to the school to learn certain subjects, teachers are there. They are also men. When you have to develop in any way, any subject you want to take up, you naturally want somebody who is expert in that line. And all outward, these knowledges are dependent on the outgoing faculties, and those who want to know God, who is beyond all senses, who is unfindable, undefinable, whom you cannot bring in the scope of your intellect, but don't you need anybody who can help you there? Beside your heart of hearts, we do need somebody who has that experience, has the competence to raise you up for a while, open your inner eye, you begin to see the light. You bear testimony to it. And in there, maybe little or more, according to each man's past experience, man is in the make. So that is why Christ told to his disciples, blessed are you, because you see things that the old prophets and righteous men could not see with all their efforts. You hear things what the old prophets and the righteous men could not hear. And he told them, you know what? What you are told in secret, you go and speak on the housetops. And you have found the truth, you have found the mystery of life to attract the attention of those who are seeking after God. You see? Well, that's all I will say. We are fortunate to have the man body. We have joined various schools of thought for that very purpose. Now we have to know whether we have reached these things, what I have given you in a digest form, or as a whole, what the Masters said and gave to whosoever who came to him for that purpose. If you caught it, you are fortunate. If not, please, you have taken the first steps, you need not change your religions. Remain where you are. These teachings are there already existing. Truth is one. All masters who gave the same truth. No, you need somebody who can be a step further. You are reading scriptures, good, but even to understand the right import of the scriptures, you need somebody who has been on the way, because masters gave out what they saw. If we are now going to interpret those scriptures at the level of intellect, we cannot do justice to the work. When you find somebody who has seen the way, the same experience he has had in life, he will give you the right import of things, you see. When you say, foreigners say it is a watch. By saying the word watch, I mean this watch only, not a dog or a horse or an elephant or a building. So intellectuals gave different versions of the same thing. You like have the right import of the scriptures, you must have somebody who has been on the way. And the gods doing, performing certain rites and rituals, that is for developing love and devotion in you, that is the first step. They are good actions. You have taken the first steps, now take the other step, just to rise above body goals. Learn to die so that you may begin to live. You will say, how can we die? St. Paul said, I die daily. I die daily, he said. And Guru Nanak said, learn 100 times to die daily, he said. Mohammed said the same thing, all others, you see. This is practical something, to be reborn into the beyond, you see. This is the opening of the inner eye, to see the light which is already there. So I am here not to advocate any new religion to you. Remain where you are. Be true Christians, what the Christ said. Open the inner eye, see the light of God within you. Who sees the light of God is a true Christian. And if you have not seen the light of God, then we join that school, of course, but we have not yet become the true Christians. Similarly, the sacred one who sees the light of God. You may have the outer forms, that's the first step. To belong, to live in some religion is a blessing, but we must rise above. If we do not live in any religion, there will be corruption. Or either will have to raise new religion. Why don't you stay in the religion which has stood the test of times? If there is anything corruption, just leave aside and follow the true teachings what the Master gave from time to time. Well, I told you, I have not come to advocate new religions. Remain where you are. This is the truth that has been given by all masters. Just try to meet somebody who knows the way. You want a teacher in his line. Whatever subject you have to take, let him sit at his feet. He is your true friend, your true brother. He can give you, he is competent to give you some experience, and all credit goes to him. No son of man can do it, but the God in him which is manifest, he is competent to give, raise you up and give you an experience of his own self. So with these few words, I am glad I have been here in the Sant Ashram for a day. They wanted me to speak something, what little I know, to the best. I've been doing a digest of the same in few words. The words are for your calm consideration. If you've got true anger, hunger, thirst for God, it is God above who has to make the arrangements. He will bring you in contact somewhere where you can be put on the way. So whenever masters come, they see from the level of the man-body or level of the embodied soul, not from the level of the outer badges of different religions that we are carrying. That is why his first work is to unite all children of God together, not to blend their religions into one, to let them remain where they are, simply rise above body consciousness to come to the truth. And he has the competency to raise you up and have the experience within to start with. So thank you for your patience here.
I don't know whether this is the time to entertain any questions if you have.
I have no reason in the one time. But to the best I know, I'm here.
If anyone has any question, couple of questions could be answered, but that should be ideally those who are seeking. Yes, please.
Did you say that one day we would reach perfection?
Pardon?
Did the Master say that one day we would reach perfection?
Yes.
Yes, there's hope. To have a man body, you see, I will say, we have got the birthright to be perfect, to know God. Christ said, be ye perfect as your Father is in heaven. If there was no hope, I don't think he would have given that. And that statement, the single Kabir says, they gave this example, you have got a man body, you must become perfect. Then he gives ideals, how? First he gives the ideal of a cloud of earth. He says, no, it is not good ideal, because it goes to hurt other things. Then he says, we should become like dust. He says, well, that is also not a good ideal, because when wind blows, dust besmears the body, it blows. Then he says, let us be like water. He says also that ideal is no good, because it's sometimes hot, sometimes cold. Then people ask, how should we be perfect? He says, you must be perfect as your God. We are God, we are spirit in man, and spirit is perfect. Simply, we are environed by mind and matter and other things, and we shake off, we are perfect. And man body is the only time, golden opportunity that we have got to go that way.
Do you declare that when we drop this body, that we take on another one?
Yeah, there's life after that, definite, that's sure. I have come from India, I am no more in India, but here I am alive. That's a transfer from the physical into the astral. I told you in the beginning that macrocosm is in the microcosm of the man body. God has given us bodies to work through the three planes. Physical body we have got, we are working the physical plane. When we shake off at the time of death, or even if now we are able to shake off, of course, with the guidance of somebody, you can tell us into the beyond. We shake off all these three bodies. We see we are souls, God is within us, and we are involved.
Yes, sir.
I notice that you're very well acquainted with the scriptures. There's another scripture that says there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. Is it not a fact that we are all fistic, governed by spirit? All men are fistic, governed by spirit. We're divided into body, soul, and spirit. Sometimes is it not true that soul refers to the physical? Then there's another sense of the word where soul refers to that which causes a man to think of speaking, which is immortal.
I think these are the words to be explained by the soul what you mean. I quoted, we are spirit in man, that's what body says. We are spirit in man. Spirit is God, that is eternal, we are eternal. The spirit in us is invited by mind and matter. If you shake up your spirit, we are in duality, you see. When we rise above duality, we find He is in us and we are in Him. These are different words used, of course, by different masters. And the same what I quoted, that was also from the Bible. We are spirit in man.
I still don't understand whether or not you answered my question about perfection. It was my idea that regardless of how many people do and whether or not they believe that when a soul leaves the body, it leaves it in the form in which it was existing here on earth, so that if a person was on a low level, then when his soul went on after the body, that would also be on a low level. Now, is it true that everyone's soul will reach perfection, or is it not true?
As I told you, I think if understood properly, the man who got the man body, he has the birthright to be perfect, to know God, you see. A time factor is necessary if it let alone at due course. But I'll give you an example, you see. There's a tree, fruit tree. If you leave it alone to the nature, that will bear forth fruit in 6 or 7 years. If you give some scientific food to it, that will give fruit in 2 or 3 years. If the trees which are, we say, inert, though they are not inert purely, but if they can take from help outside and give fruit quickly, why not a conscious man can have a help from the higher conscious man to bear forth fruit quicker? So there's hope.
Did I understand you to say that after death there'll be a rebirth on earth again?
Well, point is, some masters have referred to it and some have not.
Reincarnation.
I tell you, some masters have referred to it about reincarnation and others have not referred to it. The same question was asked from me when I went to Pakistan. Mohammedans generally don't believe in reincarnation. Those people came up to me, so many, and said, well, do you believe in reincarnation? I told the same very words that I have not told you, that some have referred to reincarnation, others have not. Then I told them, before I reply you further, I would ask one question from you, those people, that I have come to Pakistan, I am abiding by all laws of this country, I am living lovingly with all, everybody loves with me, but with all that you have got prison houses and the police department and the courts. I will say that no police and no imprisonment for me. So the masters who have not referred to it, they say become too Christian, too Mohammedans. When you live by God, you see, you love the most the God, where is incarnation for you? That is only for those who are attached into the world, you see. That is why some masters have not referred to it. So I think man body is the highest in all creation. We have got the golden opportunity and we can live. If we find God within this man body, where is the question of returns?
I understand you right now. You do believe in reincarnation.
Yes, masters have referred, there are proofs for that, you see, historic proofs, paper proof, and even alive instance, they remember the past births and that have been checked too. But not for the souls which have joined God, you see.
Yes. It seems that the big difference in this time of this type of talk is the fact that a master is needed, direct contact with a master. Yes. So, my question is, who is considered a master?
Yes.
In the United States, particularly. But, I know India.
Whether in the United States or not, I think you know better because you have all along been here. I only come for a trip. Last time I also come a trip. But the point is what the master says. Who is a master? Who can be worthwhile to be called a master? Who sees and can make others see. Yeah? With the competency to raise our soul above the body consciousness, open the inner eye, and you testify there is light. Who can give you that competence? And with the competence to give you that, he may be called speeder to you, anyhow. If we can rise above our own self Well, that's well and good. The blind man needs two eyes to see. If not, in worldly things, we do seek the help of others. Why not in this most important case? The general rule is, man learns from the teacher of a man is a man. Of course, the man at whose home that God power works. He alone has the power, not the Son of Man, as I told you before. It is the God in him manifested that has the competency to raise your soul above the senses and enable you to see him, to see light and hear the voice of God. All right, let's go on. Well, to the best I know, I have placed before you, it is for calm concentration to see how far you can derive benefit from that.